taking reps at a couple different spots. You doing what's best for the team? Just describe what that's been like.
Yeah, just trying to be as versatile as I can. I think that with versatility comes more opportunities to get in the game, and I think that's really important. So,
How do you think you're fitting in at left guard?
I'm doing the best I can. I think that it's a lot of fun playing next to the guys, and trusting the guys next to you has been great. So I think I've been doing well.
What's it like battling with Micah and Justin this camp?
They're great players, so it's always fun. It's always banter between each other, talking crap when you think you could have gone harder or something like that, and they always talk back, and it's always fun to be competing with guys that you're really close with. So it's good.
We heard from someone that you look like an alpha in practice. Just describe your mindset going into practice every day.
Just really trying to do the best I can, and really trying to bring as many guys along, and trying to bring energy, I guess, is the way I go into practice.
Knowing that DJ may or may not be eligible, does that affect the competition? Knowing that, or not knowing, I guess I should say, whether or not a teammate might be playing with you?
Yeah, it's a tough situation, but I mean, we've got a lot of guys that can play a lot of positions, and I think everybody's doing a good job of trying to find their part, and fill in with it. So I think
what have you seen from Killian this camp?
Killian's been doing a great job. He's really the mind of the O-line. He does a good job with all of his IDs, and he does a great job of bringing the energy up at times when it gets low, and I think that's one of the biggest things that he brings is pulling everybody along when he's got that energy.
Can you break down maybe the specifics of what it takes to play left guard?
Everything's just a lot closer. You're not getting a super wide guy running straight up the field. It's you got to be able to anchor down fast and be able to punch a guy quick and get on people a lot quicker. Double teams are a lot faster at guard than they are at tackle, so it's just a faster game, I think, at guard.
Do you feel for DJ and sort of this ordeal that he's found himself in?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Feel for DJ and sort of this ordeal he's had to...
Yeah, it's a tough situation. Nobody wants to have to go through that, so I feel for him, yeah.
Who are you facing at the two different positions from the defensive line perspective?
Man, I see everybody in terms of the defensive line. I mean, I'm going against just about everybody you can imagine. Yeah.
What are the differences in maybe the guys that you're facing at one position? How do you approach it differently?
It's interesting because I think we have really good pass rushers at both interior and exterior, and I think we've got good run stoppers on the interior and exterior. It just comes down to how differently you'll block it versus a guard versus a tackle. I think that's really just the biggest difference. Yeah.
We've heard so much about the versatility on the line. What creates that versatility? Is it just knowing the assignments, having the instincts?
It really just goes back to knowing the assignments. I mean, football is football. You just got to know the play from each position, and I think that a lot of guys can transition between multiple spots.
When you talk to the coaches, just people in your life about where you best project at the next level, does anyone give you feedback one position for the other?
I've honestly really never focused on that yet. I'm really just trying to think about the now, and I know that's a very simple answer, but that's kind of where my mind's at. Yeah.
What's something you wish people knew about playing on the offensive line?
I feel like people don't really realize how close an O-line can get. I feel like playing with five guys and having to think and do everything together is something that really brings five dudes really close to each other, and I think that's something that not a lot of people think about.
Talk about what you've seen from Elijah Vacola.
Yeah, he's a big old dude. I mean, he's a good player, and he's really good with the playbook, and I think that's one thing that he's done really well. Is right when he got here, it was really impressive to me. First couple of weeks, he's answering questions from coach that it's wow, that was a good answer. Memorized the playbook really fast and was in depth with it.
You got some reps at tackle obviously last year. How much in practice had you repped at guard previously before this camp?
Before this camp, I mean, not a lot. Very sparingly because I was playing majority tackle. So
seems like it's going well though. So
I hope so. Yeah.
Where'd you say Alana was made the most progress last year to this one?
I think he's doing a little better at being a little more vocal. I mean, when we're on the field, I think, well, it is the biggest thing is like communicating with each other, and he's doing like a really good job of like, even when I'm out there and I'm like looking at something, I might not see something, he's like pointing it out, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like he's putting us on the same track and stuff like that. Like really communication and like working together is like something that's really gone well with me.
With Killian at center, what would you say is his, most impressive trait now that you've been with him in a couple of years?
He's just a really smart dude, and I said this earlier. It's like he's really good at bringing the energy. I think that's one of the biggest things that's important as an O-line is like, okay, if one person is like a little bit down right now, like how do you get everybody on the same page and like give them the same energy? Like we got to come off the rock right now, and I think that's one thing that he does like really well.
I feel like that's a hard space to come from as a walk-on. To be comfortable being that guy.
Yeah, and he got put in that spot because he's a good dude, hard worker, and I think that he earned it. Like, there's no other reason. He earned his way up there, and he does an amazing job. Yeah.
10 days out from the first game. What do you hope to accomplish the rest of these practices before game one?
I think consistency is like the biggest thing. You can't have highs and lows. I mean, you got to try and be very level with how you play. You can't like get too low or get too high. You just got to be consistent with what you do.